Got this 2002 Toyota Tacoma here. We're going to be doing the front shocks on this thing. This is just a standard cab, 4x2 as you can see, and it's got just normal shocks in the front. So come along, I'll show you how I do it. And we'll be putting KYBs on, and there's the part number right there for this model. Always make sure to check your model. And it's over 100 again today, so forgive me, I got to run the AC unit. Alright, as you can see, I already got the vehicle jacked up. I just put the jack on the frame right there, and then I just have my jack stand right there. I'm leaving the jack there for safety. Alright, safety first. I got the emergency brake on. I got the wheels chalked. Alright, we'll just knock these lug nuts off. 21? Yeah, usually these Toyotas are 21. Obviously, you don't have an impact. You gotta break these loose on the ground. Let's make sure to go the right way. Alright, and there's a shot. There's your shock right inside there. It looks similar to a strut, but in my opinion this is still a shock because it's separate from this whole assembly. So we got one nut right here up on top. We got to get that loose. Sometimes these are a bugger to get loose. We might have some difficulty, we'll see. And then down below, if I can get to it, that one right there, that one right there, we got to get those two bolts loose. So one nut and two bolts. See how easy it is. Alright, we'll just spray everything down with some penetrating oil. Hose it down. And if I can do it with the camera while we're right here, let's knock these two 12mm fasteners loose. There's one. There's a second one. Alright. And as you can see, that thing didn't even move. If that was good, it would have extended and come down. These shocks, I believe, are the original ones, and this truck has 195,000 miles on it, 2002. So I think it's time. Alright, this top nut, that should be a 14. Let's make sure. Yep, it's 14mm. I'm going to hit it with the impact, but I don't think it's going to come off. Oh, okay, good, it did. Sometimes those can be really stubborn to come off. Alright, we'll just take this top piece off. You see how it goes like that with the cup down. Then there should be a rubber piece here. Take that off. That's what's left of it. Pretty beat up. Alright, we should be able to just take it out. And there we go, just like that. I was looking everywhere for this stupid nut. You guys probably saw it the whole time, huh? Darn thing. Now that's what it looks like when it comes off and they play nicely. Just comes right off. Sometimes if the shaft spins, you can just put I usually just use a crescent wrench right there. Put it on the end. Put it on the end right there. There's some flat spots. Put on there. And then use a wrench, the box end wrench, to take the nut off. If you have an impact, as you saw, because it's concentrating all the force here, usually you can spin them off and it won't spin the shaft. Sometimes it will, but usually you can get them off like I showed. But let me show you when they don't cooperate. Alright, this one was on the passenger side, and as you can see, I was hammering away at this and this thing would not budge. I don't care what I did, it would not move. And so eventually, yeah, you can see it looks pretty nasty, rusted together. I took the old Milwaukee and just cut that son of a gun right off. I just went right through the rubber and everything, just cut it right off. You just got to be careful if you're going to do that. Cut it as close as you can. Cut it as close as you can to this top washer, because when it sits on there, there's another washer that's on the bottom there, and you don't want to damage that because that stays on the vehicle. So that's what I had to do on this one. I thought I was going to have to do it on the driver's side too, which is the whole reason I was filming it. I thought we were going to be able to film something cool, but as it was, this one was easy. Ooh, it's hot out. Alright, as you can see, I got the new shock here. You just put the washer on the bottom like that. Like in the case of the KYBs, it comes with these, with the little cup up, and then it comes with new rubber. Put it like that. We're going to put it up in the vehicle just like this, and see this angle right here? It's going to be angled like that. That's how it goes on this side. If we're doing the other side, it will be angled like that. We're going to put it up in, and then we're going to take the bushing, the other rubber bushing, and put it on like that, and then we're going to put the washer on top. So that's how it's going to look on top once we get it all done. So we should be able to just fish it up through here. Right up through the top. Take the rubber washer. And we'll take our, it comes with a fat nut, comes with a skinny one. We're going to use the fat nut first. Then I'm going to put the skinny one on top to lock it on. So here, just finger tight, and that holds it in place. Alright, now down below we got to get the two bolts in down here. As you can see, it's sticking down too far. But usually, if you just use a little pressure, you see I can just push it right up with my hand. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to push it up with one hand and then put the bolts in. I'm going to need two hands. Hopefully I can film it. There's one. There's two. Get them started by hand. You don't want to cross thread these. That'll be a long day. Alright, we'll just tack them down. We'll torque them here in a little bit. And we'll get these bolts torqued. 29 foot-pounds for both of them. Eh, 29.1. And I like to double check them after I've done both of them, just to make sure. They're good. Alright, this top nut, we'll get this snugged up. Sometimes this shaft will move, we'll see. I don't know if I mentioned, but this is a 14 and the ones on the bottom are 12. This is only 18 foot-pounds, so we don't need to get it, we don't need to kill it. Now, the shaft is turning, so I'm going to have to hold it. Alright, just going to use an adjustable wrench. We'll try to tighten this up. Alright, once you kind of feel it snug up, that's it. You don't need to go any further. I'm going to put the lock nut on top. Alright, we'll just take 2 wrenches. And lock them together. I always like to take a second, touch everything, make sure I didn't forget anything. Everything looks good to go. We won't forget to pull the chocks from our wheels. Alright, we'll torque them to 83 foot-pounds. Well, there you go. That's how I do the front shocks on these older Toyota pickups, and they're pretty easy if the nut on top comes off. If it doesn't, then you're in for a little more work. And as always, hey, if the video helped you out or you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.